What's up, Michelle here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about ways to manage anger, and it is the video that people voted for when I asked them what video shall I do next. So yeah, if you're new to me, I'm Michelle Therese. I'm a published author, I'm a passionate mental health campaigner, and I'm a motivational speaker and coach. Every week I ask people, what should I do a video on next? This one. But if you want to get involved in the next vote, click that subscribe button and go into the community tab, and my next options will be there. Or you can follow me on my other social media and see what I'm doing there if you prefer. Anyway, anger. It's a normal emotion. It affects everybody, and at some point in your life you're going to really feel overwhelmed by anger. It's going to happen. It's normal. However, when you feel like it's taken over your life and ruining your goals and relationships, that is obviously a problem. It could be that you're just being reactive. You're just acting on the spot, and if somebody says something that upsets you, you smash things, or you hurt yourself, you punch somebody, you might chuck somebody, or say loads of really cruel things that you regret afterwards. And I've done all of those things. I especially was reactive during my release from the mental hospital that I was in. I mean, if you're new to me, I was unfortunately locked up in a UK mental hospital and abused for many years, from 12, sexually, emotionally, financially. When I was released from that hospital, I was given very, very little support, and I was made to feel like a criminal for speaking out about my story. I was treated with contempt, and I had enough, because when I was ringing the crisis team saying, look, I don't really have any support, I'm living on my own in a flat where there's people leaving heroin needles in the hallway, I really feel unsafe, I'm scared, I'm struggling. They didn't really want to know. They fobbed me off. And I was angry. I got really, really angry. And I still am angry about what they did to me. But nowadays I use my anger to write. I write books about improving the system. I write poetry. I write. I do music. I do artwork. And I help people. I do sessions. I want to channel the hatred I have for the UK mental health system and the scum Tory government. And I realised that if I was punching people and, smashing things, that would only get me in prison, and I wouldn't be able to make a positive change on people's lives. And that's really what I want to do, But if you wind it back even 5 years, I was in a homeless hostel. I'd been sexually assaulted, unfortunately. I was in a homeless hostel in Leeds, and I was sat every day with razor blades to my wrist, vodka, a bottle of Smirnoff vodka and Absolute vodka next to me, and slashing myself, and I did a lot of this to myself. I didn't really want to listen to people. If people came to me and said, I don't agree with this, and we have to compromise, and I was like, oh, fuck off, blah, 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 bang, smash this, smash that. And I wasn't wanting to listen, and I was just too hurt. And, that is okay. It's okay to be hurt, and it's okay to struggle, and it's really okay to be like that, because there's a reason. I'd been abused. I was lonely. I didn't really feel like I had anybody that cared for me, and I was angry with how I've been treated. But the way I went about it got me in prison. It got me a criminal record. I don't agree with that, but anyway, that's another video. It got me. I lost a lot of friends, and I damaged my body. These days, I still get angry. People down the street, that set off fireworks and stuff, quite inconsiderate people. Some people, hopefully they're moving away, but they blast music and have street parties and stuff, and when I've said, can you turn it down please, they've sworn at me, and I felt like saying something back, but I thought, it's not worth it. When you feel angry, you get a lot of energy, you know, you get a lot of adrenaline inside. It's like, right, come on, you know, I'm angry, I can run a marathon kind of feeling. And I don't really exercise, but a lot of people have said to me that when they get angry, they feel like they want to go to the gym and, you know, do punch boxing and weightlifting and running and just get that energy gone. Also, you know, a lot of people listen to a lot of, you know, angry music as well. I mean, that doesn't help me, but, you know, in the past it did, because I used to listen to Korn, Linkin Park, Payable on Death, POD, Slipknot, who else? Five Finger Death Punch. I used to listen to quite a lot of that kind of music. Not so much now, but the lyrics in those songs I felt like I could connect to, like especially Korn. A lot of their lyrics does talk about being abused and anger and being let down by humans, and I really felt like I could connect to that. And that actually calmed me down, especially Korn's Issues album. Like, that album got me through a hell of a lot. Like, those songs, they're quite dark, but it's good to feel like you can connect with something. And what else? I mean, when I was in a mental hospital having that done to me, I turned to poetry and I turned to art as my way of anger release. I'm not particularly an angry person anymore. Don't get me wrong, I do have a lot of anger towards the system, but I don't let it embody me in everything that I do. I channel it, and I allow it to push me, you know? You have to understand what you can control and what you can't control. And I realised that. And I realised that I can't control my past. I can't control the fact that I've been raped. I can't control the fact that, you know, I've been let down horrifically, but I can control the way I go about my future and the choices that I make. And, you know, if I keep going around hurting people and, you know, screaming and smashing and doing all this to myself, I might end up dead, or I might end up in prison for a long time. And I thought, well, no, I want to be an author and I want to make a positive impact. And that's how you need to look at things, you know. You can make a change, you know, but you just have to want that and know that it's normal to be angry. You know, a lot of people sometimes don't necessarily get a feeling that the anger's going to go away unless they've got revenge. And this is going to sound cliche to say it, but believe me, the best revenge is you being happy. And I realise that, you know, when I'm sat now with quite a bit of money, you know, quite a lot of followers that actually care about me, you know, I've got my own mind, really. I've got everything I kind of wanted. I feel like I didn't let them win. Like, I didn't let the abusers win. I thought, you know what, fuck them. I've continued with my life and I'm really happy in my life. I didn't let them take over. Because if you lose your emotions, like, you know, if I was to go and hurt them or do bad things to these abusers, I would have let them win, you know. My life would have been destroyed. And because of their actions, if you understand what I'm saying. You know, so you need to be a bit clever about it. You need to think, well, actually, yeah, you've done a bad thing, but I'm not going to scoop to your level. I'm going to rise above it, you know, and create a business or focus on my education or be, you know, an artist or go to university or have a baby. Whatever you want to do it. When you're angry, you often say things you don't mean. I am one for this sometimes. like I said, I don't really get angry that often. For me these days, let's say if somebody, I mean, I'll say this. The other day, last night, I was doing something and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I got a person that I won't name, basically messaging me saying, oh, that the group is all about you, you're posting the most. And I said, well, I'm the owner of the group and I do a lot of sessions and videos and stuff. I said, there's nothing stopping you from posting. It's an open group, you can post. And he says, no, he says, you're a fraudster and all you care is about the money. And he said horrible things, and it did hurt me, and I felt like attacking him back. But I didn't. I said, look, you're obviously struggling at the moment, but it's not right to take your anger out on people. And I did say, look, I'm making a video on anger and I'll send it to you. So I did block him. But I feel like that was probably the best option. Because I would have felt guilty if I would have started attacking him back, and then it would have got into a bit of a free-for-all, like, rah, 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 right, this escalation, boo. And it's like, nah, you don't need that. A lot of people say, right, if someone starts with you, you have to really show yourself to be the bigger person, like, yo, I'm tough, yeah, and all that, and it's like, nah. 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 Especially with men as well. Men feel that they have to be seen as like tough and, oh, nobody messes with me, I'm gonna fuck them up. And it's like, that's not helpful, because that's not very good for your mental health. It really is good to be quite a calm, proactive person. And I'll say this. There's a huge difference between being reactive and proactive. And I used to be reactive. I used to just go. Like, I was a different person 5 or 6 years ago. And I'll say it, I was quite rude. I was quite selfish. I swore a lot and I lied sometimes, and I was angry, very angry with everybody. No matter who it was, I was angrier because you was a human. And I thought, you know what, fuck all humans. And I made a lot of enemies. And I kind of regret some of what I did, but looking back like 5.5 years ago, like I can understand why I did it. So, if you're going through a very similar situation, it might not be the same, it might be a divorce, it might be you're angry yourself for not passing a course, or you're upset with a partner, or you're upset with an abusive situation, or you're just angry with the way you're being treated. You need to distance yourself from that person or situation. You need to reflect. And I really would suggest, not necessarily writing, because not everyone's into writing, but think about the consequences of hitting or screaming in the situation. Let's say it's your boss, yeah? Your boss isn't giving you enough money, or your boss is being rude, or whatever. Let's say you went into work and really gave him a piece of your mind, or she a piece of your mind. You need to think about the consequences. Would that lead to you being sacked? Would that lead to you, feeling guilty and not being able to perform as well at work? And if you was to lose your job, then would you be able to pay your rent? Would you be able to afford food and gas? Would you be, there's a knock-on effect. And that kind of stopped me from going down that cycle of anger. Because I did hit someone. I mean, I've spoke about it in previous videos, and I am remorseful for it. But again, there was a reason. And people shouldn't hit others. And I'm sad that I did. But that was obviously the place I was at, and I'm sat here now making a video on anger, because I do care and I don't want people to go down that road. I was in A&E and I'd self-harmed, and I believed that this nurse was kind of dismissive towards me and not very kind and just rude and quite abrupt and kind of like, oh, go home kind of thing. And I had enough of her, and she kind of sniggered, and I don't know if that was at me or a joke or she was speaking to someone else, I don't know, but I just went for her. I hit her and I got arrested for assault. You know, that's me. I'm not going to lie and sugarcoat on here that I'm a saint and that I've done nothing wrong. I've been done for assault. I've been where you're at, and I'm sorry that you're struggling. It's a horrible place to be when you feel like no one understands me and I just need to get it all out. But I really do honestly suggest thinking about the consequences. It's not easy in that moment, but you have to think, I've got rent to pay, and if I end up in prison, how can I pay my house? You know, I've got a child at home. If I was arrested, who's going to look after my child? Stuff like that. You really have to look at the bigger picture. You know, also, well, I've mentioned being creative. I'm just glancing on here on mine's website, and it does say take a cold shower. For me, that won't work. I like my showers quite hot. Could work for other people. You know, it does say, you know, take care of yourself, like pamper yourself. Again, for me, that wouldn't work. I do sometimes do shopping when I'm angry. Like, when I'm pissed off, I think, you know what, I'm going to do some shopping. And sometimes it's just window shopping, you know, when you just look at clothes you like and just relax. That's what I do, you know. But it's really a very important emotion to get under control, because anger, it can lead to murders and wars and bombs going off and people dying, and it really does need to be reined in. If you do feel like you're at risk of really harming yourself or others, obviously I do suggest speaking to your doctor, although I understand it's hard probably to get hold of your doctor with this government cutting services. I do offer sessions if you want to speak to me about it. You can go to my website, michelletherese.com, or you can send me a text. I've forgotten the number off the top of my head, but it's on my website. But yeah, I've put some more anger coping mechanisms in the link in the description. But you know, the gist of it is, it's a normal emotion. Don't feel guilty of being angry. Don't be like, oh, I'm a terrible person because I get angry. No. You're human, you know, and if you wasn't human, then, you know, that's a different story, but human being, okay? But anyway, yeah, I think that'll do for now. Thank you for listening to my video and watching my video. Yeah, sometimes there be silences and pauses because I don't have a script. I literally come off this stuff off the top of my head. And, you know, it's not easy. I'm literally coming up with it as we speak. I'm not one of those people that do scripts and have all these visual effects and stuff, because I just like it to keep it real, straight up, honest. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want any scripts. But anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching. And I will make a video very soon. Anyway, yeah, never give up. It's been Michelle Therese, and I hope that you can calm down and feel a little bit better later on. Things do get better. Like I said, I've gone from being homeless, in and out of homeless hostels and prisons and institutions, to loving my life. You will as well. Please, never give up. It's been Michelle. Until next time. Adios.